So as it turns out, big changes are upon us. 0.61. Not only a lump of coal, if you're bad, I suppose, but massive changes to an incredibly large part of the game, which is interesting, to the point where they actually have a disclaimer that says big experimental changes. You know it's going to be good when the game comes up with that. Mostly has to do with like re-rolling and stuff and affecting the game in ways that may not be necessarily positive if you had a solid early to mid strategy. But we'll see how things turn out. You can now also see that re-rolling is going to be, I believe, more expensive after 1 or 2 rolls. Let me see. Yes, he does get more expensive after a couple of rolls, which may be problematic. Here's a lump of coal as well. On attack, 60% chance to deal +1 damage. Start of battle. Gain 3 armor, resist the buff. After 3 seconds, gain a random buff. Inflict a random debuff. Maybe we grab a couple of those? You know, just... Also, a lot of discounts. I think that's the most discounts I've ever had in a shop. That's wild. Anyway, as always, I will just keep speeding through, as one does, until we get to the survival, if we get to survival, which is always doubtful, and you don't know what you're doing. I'm just going to go on the defensive for a bit. Ooh, a little bit of healing herb action. I don't think that's too much of a problem. Probably should do this. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. And then we'll just go like that. So the lump of coal is an interesting... It's basically a gemstone. Pre-diamond, if you will. But, yeah. 60% chance the skill damage. That's an interesting way to... making sure that you don't end up in a stalemate. Start of battle. Resist 1 debuff. Very reminiscent of the dragon, right? But a lesser version. But you can't combine them. So this is essentially the same philosophy as Tim, which you don't get very often. But after 3 seconds, gain a random buff, inflict a random debuff. Only happens 1. Yet on attack, it's a continuous effect. So I feel like the lump of coal is only really good if it's 1 on discount. And 2, if you put it in the weapon, maybe? Maybe that's the way to go, like put it on a weapon. Not entirely sure how I feel about it. If I am being honest. But let's go with a rock or a stone. I think it reminds me of making sure to keep 1 cost items, because they are not necessarily costing you any money. I keep forgetting to do that, like it's a small optimization, right? Like buying a rock for 1 gold is not going to cost you anything, because you can sell it back for 1 gold. And having it is always better than not having it if you have the space to have it without compromising on anything. Speaking of, alright, more stones. Keep on going. So we've got a lot of space. I've over-purchased on the space to a nonsensical degree. Let's speed this up until we get to survival again. As you can see, we are getting blinds on us, but we're not really doing anything offensive. But that's okay. I wouldn't mind starting to stack some of those. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Not ideal, but it's better than nothing. So we have some basic armor to buy us some time. Because I feel like if you need to hit something very specific, the reroll change is going to make it more problematic, so you might have to settle for something quicker, right? I don't know. That's what I would anticipate. There's clearly an acknowledgement of some of the early to mid-game issues that the game has. But I don't think that the way they're approaching with the changes is like the right way. Because I think most of it would like kind of solve itself the moment there's more content, right? You're making it more difficult to hit things right now with a lesser item pool. But if you have more characters and more items, you also have a lesser chance to hit the right items because the item pool is bigger. So if you then double up on those two things, you might never get anything you want. But maybe I'm overthinking it, right? Ironically, if you play TFT, which some of us might do, we are seeing a similar issue right now in the PBE, where they made the item pool, so to speak, the unit pool smaller, right? In certain ways. I might want to grab... Yeah, I might want to grab this. Just so that I have access to maybe naturally rolling into something better. So I wonder if that will be an issue moving forward. Because once we have more classes and more recipes and more items, I wonder if that will be the case. We'll see, time will tell. It's very difficult to balance a game that isn't finished yet or has not received its 1.0 release, right? Because we still are missing classes. We're still missing so much content. And then to start balancing a game around not having that content is gonna naturally cause issues once you get that content, I would assume. But maybe I'm wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. Maybe I'm talking absolute nonsense. Which also wouldn't be the first time. Alright, let's move this up here. Can I do anything? I would like that. I would like some more space. I'm gonna sell the lump of coal, just I think because the healing herb is just better. Am I wild for thinking that? Maybe. Maybe I'm a little bit wild. Oh, look at that. Lump of coal. Lump of coal is really good in a weapon, because we're doing a bit of a weaponless run, right? And how did he manage to get this many debuffs on me? Look at that poison. What is that? Yeah, I suppose every single, like, almost a fully optimized coffin, 2 shrooms, poison dagger. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. With the curse dagger and the random buffs or debuffs from that too. Yeah. Lump of coal. Fair enough, I understand. That's a lot of debuffs going my way, though. Not sure if I'm feeling too happy about that. I'm actually also going to redo my bag right now, I think. It's time. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do this. Not really the optimal placement, but it beats having nothing at all. Okay. Could I... Sure. We'll do it like that. That feels okay-ish. Not anywhere near the ideal position that we want to be, but that's life. Look at how many poison hits I'm getting on myself. Damn. Yeah, Goobert, Pandemonium. It is one way to break through. There's no doubt about that. What a lovely corruptive crystal. Okay. Normally I would have a holy armor at this point, which would help. Ooh, look at all that coal and the hammers. Very lovely. Yep. Massive amounts of poison, massive amounts of damage. I still was able to get away from it. Unfortunately, we are starting to struggle a little bit. I need holy armor. I'm gonna go just... well, that's the book. That wouldn't be too much of a problem either, I don't think. Alright. Book might help too. Get an orb, get an iframe in there. Why not? So much poison. Very poison heavy day. And of course, it's the one day I don't naturally roll into a holy armor. Go figure. The one time I want to roll into something tasty, they make it a nightmare to do so. Okay. Could buy the onion here, but maybe I should have bought the onion. I'm not afraid of flavor. Oh boy, maybe I'm a little bit afraid. But for different reasons. I'm getting so much poison on me. I did make it to survival, so we're going to slow down now a little bit. Ooh, another crystal. I'm not getting a lot of gems that I normally would like to see. Second and final... or I technically don't need more than 2. Perfect. Alright. Does add a little bit of damage once the initial iframe is gone. We're not going to speed up. I do like these green gems, right? Like the emeralds. Because then when they do attack me, they have a chance to get poison on themselves while I try to survive. All the while, of course, Mr. Struggles and the corrupted gems are building up that fatigue. Unfortunately, very close. And this is only on 1 armor. And that is part of the problem. That is very much part of the issue. You know what? We'll just do this. Let's optimize this just a little bit. I'm kind of waiting until I hit the thing that doesn't seem to appear at all. Ever. Frustratingly enough. That was the wrong... There we go. I'm waiting for the holy armor to redo my bag. But it's giving me a little bit of grief. A lot of weapons. Double gin as well. Spicy. There's my iframe. Yeah, the poison is stacking. There's my second iframe. We get into fatigue. With Mr. Struggles and 3 crystals, we have lots of damage coming in. Yeah, unfortunately, you can see how much poison is scaling, and we don't have holy armor. I wonder, did they remove it? Did I misread something? Did they change the... No. Removed mana limit and overflow effect. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should have dove more into, like, more shielding. This is one of those things where I wish I had more rolls, but it's costing me to roll down further. But at the same time, it's the one item I need. Books, crystals, and holy armors. It's the only things that I need. Look at how much poison is about to come in my face. 71. Yep, I'm covered. Besmirched. Defiled. Desecrated. Oh. We still won. With 71 poison on us, we still won. That's wild. Yes, thank you. Better late than never. Alright, let's get rid of... Actually, I should not have given rid of it. That was silly of me. There we go. Oh, I feel alive again. Alright, let me see if I can optimize this just a wee bit. Because I do want to connect the books to the holy armor for the sake of the natural regen. So then I have to do this. We can add struggles. Just not in the way I had hoped. But that does connect all of that. We can keep our onions connected to the shield. Let's move these gems to a slight... Well, at least one of the gems, I suppose. It's not ideal in terms of super optimization, but you know what? This entire run hasn't been ideal, and sometimes you just have to make sacrifices. We're also gonna add a blue gem here, just so I can get the occasional extra armor. You know, why not? I've wasted so much extra money rolling with that change. Oof. That's gonna... It's gonna be rough getting used to that. Anyway, we're dealing with some of that poison now. Finally. It's not stacking as much. Our fatigue is setting in. They're getting tired. Yeah, and to sleep she goes. I know that feeling. Alright. Do I want to get more leather armor right now? It is tempting, isn't it? It is tempting. No. Book on sale. For me? You shouldn't have. Is that overkill? No. There's no such thing as overkill. There's only kill secure. Nice. Another gem as well. I was about to say, we don't have a lot of green gems. I could have combined them, but I feel like having... If you combine them, I think it goes to 25%. And 220% is better than 125%, right? Does the math add up there? Okay. Our water is going up. Iframes are being used. We're not using all our iframes at the same window. Spreading them out a little bit. Ooh, another one. And another one. And another... Okay, that's enough. That's enough other ones. I'm actually going to consider... In a perfect world, I think what I want to do is this. Because that still means I get to combine one of my books with a holy armor. I can then use the onions on the left. Keep the herb. Keep the stone. But I won't be able... I'm too close to the finale, so I'm just going to sell that. I'm going to sell this to... Am I? Yeah, you know what? Why not? We thought we were afraid of flavor, and now we still have a little bit of flavor. Just a little quicker. Alright, that is a lot of gin. That is a lot of weapons. That's a lot of potions as well there on the right side. He's ramping. Now, the thing about invulnerability is it doesn't matter how much damage you do. If I'm invulnerable, it don't hurt me. But I am no longer invulnerable, and my god, those weapons started to hurt. 32, 34 mana first. Ooh. That is rough. Vampirism, Hungry Blade, Acorn Color, yeah. Gin Lamps. I've had a love-hate relationship with Gin Lamps. The fact that you have to also use 27 health is spicy. But maybe that's okay. If you have vampirism. Damn, that was... I'm not gonna lie. I thought I had that. A little bit. I am mildly surprised. I should have bought the book. Mildly surprised that I didn't. I'm shocked and horrified to learn. I'm actually going to move these to the right. Gonna bat another book here. We're definitely overkilling it on the books now, though. Absolutely overkilling it on the books. Never mind, I stand corrected. We have mirror match, and he has more books than I have, but I have more initial armor. But he has a whole line of potions. He also has 4 crystals. And the ability to strip me from regen. So it's a bit of a mirror match, but I believe that my mirror is just slightly cleaner. I hope. I hope. My clean mirror. Mirror on the wall. Who is the fatigued of them all? It's them, because they lost. They died in the fatigue. And we're back into diamond. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Interesting. So you can still get like reasonable results. But yes, the changes definitely need to make me adjust my tactics a little bit. But the fact that you start with more bags, more gold, and less items is interesting because, well, it does open up a different starts better. Not starting off with a dagger, for example, makes me less prone to go hammer dagger if a random hammer shows up. And the fact that I don't have to invest in bags and I also have more gold might give me the opportunity to do so. So yeah, you can definitely see that they're trying to work on it. Mr. Struggles also got nerfed a little bit. Didn't matter for us though. Mirror, mirror. I'll see you next time. I'm out.